It is Steph and Heather, and this
Hi.
is Real and Raw.
Hey.
Hey. All right, so today we are going to talk about, and we're trying these little 15-minute hits.
Little
So-
ditties.
Yeah, that's it, little ditties. And so this one is going to be over how pain gets a bad rap. All right, and what we mean here is that pain is actually an amazing catalyst for, passion, for purpose, for redirection. And a lot of us, most of us, myself included, Heather probably.
Same.
Is we dodge it a little bit, some of us a lot. And we're going to hear, just kind of give you some examples and some scenarios of maybe why you don't want to do that, because you're, stunting your own growth process. So kind of learning how to use and funnel pain into really prosperity for you, and a much better future. So what are you thinking?
I think if you can see every situation where you're struggling with a lot of pain, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's something, whatever it is, loss of job.
So let's just say somebody loses their job.
Whatever it is, it's an evolutionary process. Most of the time, most people think, oh my God, this is horrible. They're going to wallow in it, and they're just going to not see it as like an opportunity for growth, we'll say.
Right. So they're going to look at it in a negative
Yes.
way.
And maybe have self-pity or, dive deeper into that. And instead of looking at it as some sort of, okay, what is this telling me? How can I grow from this? Let me do something good with this. You and I have talked about certain things like, hey, maybe it pushes us into patterns of a healthier lifestyle, whether it's working out or eating better, or, trying to find some growth in our work. Stagnation, getting us out of the hamster wheel, whatever it is, we can sort of see that, I think.
Right. And so basically what we're saying is we all have pain. All right.
All of us.
All of us have pain. And maybe just what I have found recently is I have the ability to take a situation where it is very painful. I don't shove it down anymore, because I've realized that.
Painful emotionally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, emotional. And those are, I feel like, the harder wounds to really recognize, because they're invisible.
Yeah.
Yet they're very real. They're very palpable. And sometimes you just don't know. So I look at pain as hitting one of those really, really sensitive areas that I need to work on, and saying, okay, what is this teaching me?
Yes.
First of all, identifying that, you're in pain, and that's okay, and not shoving it down, right? And there's a level of, depending on how much it is, sometimes you can address the whole thing, and sometimes you're just going to need to pull it in and out, but kind of on and off the shelf, so that you can go live the rest of your life.
Do we sometimes allow that pain to come, and then we say it's too much, so I'm going to take the dopamine rush from whatever it is that alleviates that or mitigates it. I'm going to take it and let it just give me some relief for a minute, because it's just too much. So I'm going to let it relieve it for a minute. When we know really deep down, we just have to let it ride and just really
lean into it. Yes, and that is,
and let it go. Yeah.
But that's an evolution in itself.
Yes.
Right? So, but every time that we are met with pain, I'm just going to go with emotional, right?
Okay.
That is an opportunity for every single person to evaluate where it's coming from.
Why?
How am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And instead of bottling it up, because those emotions are raw, they are real, and
it's for a reason.
They have like this crazy static,
it's there for a reason.
Energy that you can use it to propel yourself to something better. And so that's
what keeps us from actually. So if we recognize this, which we do, you and I do, what keeps us, because both of us are guilty of not really, like, we know what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Why don't we?
I think it's weakness. I think there's, obviously things that we haven't addressed in our life that maybe if we are hamster wheeling, or we're recycling through something, right? It's a deeper issue that we're just not ready to accept or address.
And we
I think.
say to each other and others, I know that I have so much advice to give others when it comes to this,
Right, well,
but I don't take it myself most of the
Sometimes,
time.
yeah, sometimes we don't take it, but it's also in recognizing. I realize that this is bigger than I thought it was. I'm still going to feel this pain. I'm still going to work through it. And maybe I get 30% better and then the next time, if it's a cycle kind of a thing, right? But I do feel like when people lose their jobs, right? When people get a bad diagnosis of cancer, we'll say, right? It's scary.
Or a divorce,
Right.
or something
Whatever
like
it is,
that.
they're all scary because of the unknown. Our minds want to go to a place of really worst
Insecurity.
case,
Insecurity.
But yeah, worst
It's an
case
insecure place.
scenario.
Yeah.
But if we're able to use that emotion, we'll just say the pain of that, and put it into a more positive perspective.
Yeah.
It's just a game changer, and I have learned that I've
Yeah.
overcome so many of really uncomfortable situations with this style of mindset where you're just like, okay, this is happening to me this is an opportunity. I'm not a victim,
No.
right? I'm not a victim, and I'm not, a martyr in this situation either. What's my part? How I'm strong, and I'm going to make it through this. I'm going to get to the other side like I have and I think there's like this self-talk where I've had, we'll say a breakup and where you're heartbroken, right?
Yeah.
I've had heartbreak before, and I got through it. And so I think it's just, pulling those resources that we do have from other personal experiences and saying, I was strong enough to get through that. I'm going to get through this. I need to be able to have enough vulnerability to say, here's the situation I'm in. What's my part? How can I fix it so that I don't find myself in this situation, or I'm better equipped if I do find myself here?
To me, it's almost like it would be like a emotional or spiritual quicksand, as it were, type thing.
Right.
I'm trudging through it, and it's taking so much for each foot to come up out of it. And once I get there, do I really want to put myself back there?
Oh, yeah.
I might do that because something about that was okay. And
You know it. And I think that you're right. Like,
but then I know how much I'm going to have to. It's like 2 steps forward, 4 steps back.
right.
But at the same time, there are onion layers that get peeled. And you
Yes.
get to that raw core where you're like, I'm done. I think this is it. It's like Plato's cave.
Yeah.
I have reached.
Yeah.
I'm climbing up out of the cave. I'm no longer manipulated by the bullshit.
Right.
And I'm going to be free now.
And that's
type thing.
Yeah. And the only way you could have gotten to this space, right? This way of being is to go through all that fucking pain.
Yeah.
And that is the point. That's the point, is that it's going to be there for us. It's going to be waiting there. Maybe in a different scenario, but why waste time? Let's just do this. Let's just lean in. And sometimes you got to tap out because you got to go to work. You can't. I allow myself, I think I've said before, like a few minutes a day if I'm going through something. I'll put on some sad music
and just
I will
do like some tears.
Release that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, done.
It's a
10
relief.
minutes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now
It's a
I
purge.
need to
It's a purge.
Yeah, but I'm not bottling it up, and I think that when we resist fear, that it just comes from a bad place of decision making, and because you can't really make any good decisions based when it's all bask and fear.
Yeah.
Based and bask.
And you say to yourself, you know what? I'm it's kind of like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm better than this. I'm not going to do it's stupid. I'm not, but at some point you're going to have to face it because
right. Well,
it's
you're
still
just lying to yourself at that.
You're lying to yourself.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
Self-deception is not good.
Right. But we do it, but just kind of knowing that it's still there. It's going to be there.
It is.
While it's in motion, like right now, use that motion and create something beautiful, passionate with those. I mean, so many artists, that's where they're most profound pieces have come from.
It's through their work.
Yeah, like Van Gogh, you said.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there's so many different examples with these like brilliant people in the past. They've, like cutting the ear off. There's a lot of speculation on what really happened. Cutting the ear off and mailing it to the love of his life or something. And we were just talking earlier about some of the athletes
like
or
Kevin Durant.
some of these people that have come from painful places, and they've taken those situations and actually turned them into great success stories.
Right. They excelled and they were motivated, but they funneled that pain as fuel.
But maybe it took them, did it take them one time? Or were they, was it years and years of this and they finally said, you know what? This is it. This is the raw core of the onion, and I'm going. This is it.
Right.
I can't keep doing this. I'm not doing the Groundhog Day. I'm not doing the hamster wheel. It's time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I absolutely.
Which one is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So we think just start leaning into the pain. Use pain as a motivator, as the catalyst for something you want to bust through. Even if it just means going to the gym when you want to have a bottle of wine. That is a major fucking
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, just choosing little more healthy choices when you are going through that pain. So instead of wanting to eat that fourth piece of apple pie, maybe you go down and meditate. Maybe you watch a sad movie. Maybe you watch a funny movie, but you do something that's going to help you long term. And the more that we're able to funnel that sadness into something positive, I mean, it's miraculous when you start to do that, because you start to create a new and better version of yourself. So
yes,
that's exactly what we think. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.
Have a good week.